Hello, Security Tube. What is happening? Hope you're all well and good. I'm quite cold at the moment. I'm in Cyprus. You would have thought Cyprus is quite a hot country, but it does get quite cold. Put my hood up, or maybe not. The reason I'm here today making this video is because for the past 2 months I've been coding a Android app using Python and using something called Kivy. If you've never heard of Kivy, it's awesome, it's brilliant. If you love Python and you want to make apps, as you know, for Android you need to use Java. Can't code Java. Haven't tried, might try in the future, but it's really frustrating for people who love Python. And also iOS apps. Can't code iOS apps unless you're using, I think it's C#, Objective-C. Don't know how to code that either. I know Python, not as well as I'd like to, but I know Python. And I wanted to make an app. So I checked out kivy.org and they gave me exactly what I wanted. It's awesome, it's feature rich, it's got loads of widgets, it's easy to use, providing you put the work in. And it's just brilliant. So I thought, what can I do? I'll make a network scanner. So I checked out all the network scanners on Android Play App Store, and not to say that they weren't great, they do what they're meant to do. They scan the network and they scan ports and stuff. But to me, and this is my humble opinion, I'm not putting any of the coders down, because I guarantee you they're a million times better than I am at what they do. But they just didn't look great. There were a couple that looked pretty good, but I just wanted something that, you know, when you opened it, it was just like, looks great. Not only works, but looks really good. So I came up with NetPwn network scanner. I wanted it to just look awesome. So, and this is my first ever big project. I mean, if you looked at my previous video, the code for that was probably about, I'd say about 30 lines. It was probably less. At the moment, NetPwn network scanner is probably 650 odd. And if you're a better coder, you probably, I'll guarantee you'll be less than that, but I'm not the best coder in the world, but I am persistent. So I've come up with this. The demo video is going to follow. It's not quite finished yet. The LAN scan's finished. The port scan function is finished as well, but I want to put so much more into it. And because of the restrictions on Android, it was really, really hard. I mean, all I wanted to do was import Scapy and go to work. But it just doesn't work like that. There were so many restrictions. I mean, you can't, obviously the app's going to have to be rooted. I wasn't able to use raw sockets the way I wanted to. Otherwise I would just use Scapy. I probably would have done this in half the time. But I had to figure out a way of how to execute a root shell on the back end and execute commands and then feed them back to the app, which would then display them on the screen. And because I'm not able to use a Python shell on the back end as root, I had to figure out another way. So I incorporated Nmap in the back, which does a LAN scan. It works really well. It was a bit of a chore to try and parse all the output properly and put them on the screen the way I wanted to, but I got it done. The port scan is completely written in Python because I didn't need raw sockets to do that. So I'm pretty pleased about that. I mean, if I could have written the whole thing in Python, that would have been my dream come true. But alas, I couldn't. Maybe in the future I will be able to, and I could make some more things. I've got a sniffer in mind as well, which we use TCP dump in the back, which I'm really looking forward to making. At the moment, I just want to clean up a few bits on this code, and yeah, it's been fun. It's been a headache, but about a quarter of the way through this, I recognise that if you're gonna code or you're gonna program, be prepared. Okay, be prepared for pain and errors and lots of errors. But what I learned was errors are good. Errors are a way of the computer telling you this is what's wrong. You need to figure out why I'm doing this and fix it. And in the process, you learn a heck of a lot. So for any budding programmers out there, any coders who think they're not good at it, or I just can't do this, just keep with it, okay? Stick to it, code as much as you can, okay? And it will come together, I promise. So, here's the demo. I'm on Twitter at the moment, at NetPwn, if you want to show your support or if you just want to keep up with the updates. This is just the progress demo of the app. It will be released on the Android market, I hope, pretty soon. But I want to get it right before I actually do so. So, here's the video, and enjoy.
In the beginning, there was man. Then man made the machine in his own likeness. Thus did man become the architect of his own demise.